Hello guys, this is probably long overdue, but we're finally gonna remove the swirls, the paint damage that was caused by the rinseless washing from, I don't know, from October till last month. I think was the last update, wasn't it? Anyways, I've done a couple of washes even in between. I think it was 2 or 3 rinseless washes and a normal wash with a soapy shampoo, something that I got for free and I just wanted to try it out. That was last week. The last wash was last week, and today we're gonna clean, decon, clay, and then polish what there is to polish. I'm gonna show you the state of the car right now. It's not a lot of dirt present, but there still is some. I've got a spider here that's putting some webs on my car, and I gotta get rid of him. There's some dirt, very minor dirt on the lower panels, mostly dust, so the car is fairly clean. Even if we use a light source to check out for swirls, you can see that the paint is in very good condition. No apparent damage visible, no nothing. Maybe something more will show up once we actually clean the car. Okay, this is gonna be a sort of a long video, but I'm gonna chop it, edit it, so we'll I'll actually film step by step. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna clean it using Optimum No Rinse, and by the way, we're not gonna clean the entire car. We focused on this particular area, and I'm gonna clean, decon and polish only this area, let's say the entire left side of the car, for now. Next week I'm gonna, or whenever I get the chance or time, I'm gonna do the rest. We're gonna wash, like I said, with Optimum No Rinse. That's also gonna be my clay lubricant, and we're gonna decon with Caution Factory Iron Off. It's a Slovene based product from a dealer that, from where I get most of my stuff, has his own brand name. Some of that stuff is fairly good. This is one of them. It's not as strong as Iron X, but it's fairly cheap and it does the job. I'm also not expecting a lot of iron to be removed in between, because I know that Optimum No Rinse will leave some polymer spots or polymer residue, polymer protection. I'm gonna wipe it with paint prep before I apply Iron Off. Okay, let's get started, shall we? This will be, the first part will be fairly quick. Just wash and dry, and wipe with paint prep. it dry with a dry microfiber towel. At least spray it a bit, dampen it, you know. Okay, next step, like I said, is optimum paint prep. Paint prep, just on. I'm gonna use just for removing the polymers that are left on the paint from Optimum No Rinse. So hopefully they don't interfere with the iron remover later, used later. Okay, next step, the iron off. And there we go, we used it all. Now I'm gonna give it a few minutes just to see if it picks up anything. I'm gonna agitate it with the microfiber towel I used earlier for paint prep. I'll tell you one thing, this stuff doesn't stink as it still does. Oh my god, I gotta stand back a bit. It still does, but it doesn't stink as the iron off from CarPro or Built Humber, but it still does the job, you know. sensor is picking up something. Hope you can notice this. These little spots, but it's fairly minor, no big deal. I think there's one over here too. It's very there's not a lot of contaminants here. Okay, let's agitate it a bit with what I have left. And let's pressure wash off before it dries. It's kind of drying very fast now. Okay. Now, if you can notice, it killed beading, it killed machining, but we're gonna wash it one more time and then we're gonna clay it. Now if I take you a bit closer, you'll see that beading has reappeared, right? This is how optimum no rinse works. It actually picks up whatever dirt, residue or whatever, it encapsulates it and it starts releasing it, or encapsulates it and separates it from the rest from the panel. And when you're washing, you want it to bead up, you want it to separate. If it hasn't separated, then it's not time to remove the ONR from the surface. If it doesn't separate, if the water is still on it, on the surface flat, then then the only thing you can do, then that means that ONR didn't remove the contaminants from the surface. It didn't break them down. You gotta wash it again, okay? And now it's time to clay the panel. Again, using optimum no rinse. This is about, it says 1.8 liters. I just put a cap full of ONR, that's about 15 ml. Should be enough as a clay lubricant. My clay towel is still resting in my wash solution. So here it is. It's lubricated, it's wet, it's ready to do its job. Okay, all that I can do now is apply paint prep again, and we can see the actual state of the paint. I'm then gonna move the car over there where I'm gonna polish of whatever there is to polish. I'm also gonna tape on the door, apply tape, put tape on the door, I'm so sorry. And I'm gonna use, like I said it before, a glaze, or I could use a pre-wax, non-abrasive pre-wax glaze, or like lime prime or R222. I'm gonna use Optimum Polyseal. It's an all-in-one, and I'm gonna use hyper polish, and we'll see the difference, if there is any difference to actually see. As we saw before, paint is fairly clean, so there's not gonna be a lot of difference here. Okay. So use a new microfiber. Okay, battery run off. Just to show you that the worst part of my car is the back part. That's a part that is swirled up, and if you can see any swirls, I mean, I hope you can see them. Even if you can, I can just tell you that they are so tiny, so light, that a simple finishing polish will remove it. So this is the worst part of the car that I have noticed I have. And this is where we stand. The car is parked on under the sunlight, just barely about a meter away, and as far as I can tell, there's some swirls here, and they have always been there because we already noticed them if you watched my previous videos. But they're so tiny. Hope this works. They are so tiny that the flashlight doesn't pick them up. It shows, I think you can see that, it shows some deeper marks, but not those swirls, those light marring that the sun picks up. Okay, next up. Okay, the moment of truth. We're gonna polish the swirls out. I taped the door, the three sections. The first section I'm gonna use, I was deciding a long time what to use, but I'm gonna use Dodo Juice Lime Prime Light. So no abrasive polish, it's actually a glaze, cleaner glaze. It's machine friendly. I'm gonna use it with a machine with a Chemical Guys Quantum Hex Logic pad. So there's my machine, here's my pads. Next up I'm gonna use Optimum Polyseal. This will abrade away It contains small abrasive particles, and also seal at the same time, and if that doesn't cut it, I'm gonna use hyper polish, or I'm gonna use it either way. I've got 3 pads here. For the glaze I'm gonna use the softer black Chemical Guys pad, and for the other 2 I'm gonna use Lake Country polishing pads. One's the white one I'm gonna use for polyseal, and the orange one I'm gonna use for hyper polish. Both are Lake Country. One's HCC pad, the other one is a CCS pad, and the other one is a Hydrotech pad. Okay, as you can see, or cannot see, I don't know, there are no swirls visible at this point. If I turn off the reflector and use only the flashlight, you can see there is nothing to look at. Nothing in particular, although if I put the car under the sun, there might be some light scratches that I'm hoping this will the polish itself, the glaze itself, will cover them. Okay, for each video, this will be a cut video, cut and edit video actually. I'm gonna park it back to the sunlight and compare, pull off the tape and compare like our soda 50-50, you know. Okay, let's get started. First up, like we said, is gonna be the line prime. Whoa, I forgot to close it. Speed. So the label itself says to leave it about 2 or 3 minutes before removing it with a clean microfiber. Of course it's going to be clean, what else? I'm not going to wait that long, because I'm working outside. Oh, I'm so sorry. When did you fall down? I'm not gonna wait that long because I'm working outside. It's fairly hot today, and the polish is drying up fairly quickly, or should dry up, I don't even know. Yep. Okay. Strangely, this does add some gloss, some depth, some darkness to the paint. As you can see here, where the tape line was. Now, I may have gone a bit over the tape, and the right side seems a bit, the left side, I'll say, seems a bit darker. Okay, let me put it, let me put the car back and let's see if, you know, sunlight does show anything. But first, let's see if the flashlight shows anything, any difference. Now I see some of the deeper scratches. There was a smudge right here that the Lime Prime removed without problem. This stuff is incredible. I never used it before. It's very interesting. Okay. So here it is. If I stand back, I'm not picking anything up. I am, however, picking the swirls here. But like I said, they're very fine. The sun is very high, so it's kind of hard to see the difference. So far so good. I'm not really picking anything up on the polished side, so a glaze type product such as Lime Prime should remove whatever damage. Okay, next up it's Polyseal, an all-in-one. It's actually a polish that I haven't yet used with the machine. I use it by hand, and it's something I was interested in a long time ago, and today is the day. It's a very light cutting polish. It will clean the paint much like a pre-wax cleanser will, and it will also leave a sealant behind. Now top that sealant with something like OptiSeal and you have protection for months. Okay, like we said, Lake Country pad. Before I go any further, I primed the pad in my own knob bracket just right now. Just dipped it in and wrung it out and applied speed, put it on the polisher using speed 6 to remove whatever water was left on it, or at least a lot of it. Okay, some more speed, something like 3. 4, 2. actually gonna put a bit more on. Okay. There's almost nothing to remove. Such a great polish, it spreads so far, there's really nothing to remove. Oh, and the paint is so slick, you won't believe. Jesus Christ. Now I'll give it, give something, a good word for the butt polishes. The paint left behind is so slick that the towel that you use just glides over. Whew. They're both great polishes. Okay, let's park the car back to the sun. Okay, back under the sun, and Polyseal did not remove those light scratches. Maybe it's a tad better, but I can still see some fine lines over here. However, the paint is clean. Those smudges are bad touch-up from the previous owner. But the rest is good. I have a weird feeling that the glaze actually did a lot better than Polyseal. Okay, next up, only the hyper polish remains. Okay, last polish to use is hyper polish. Hyper polish on a polishing pad. Okay, last polish we're gonna use is hyper polish on a Lake Country. What is that? Hydrotech polishing pad. Again, hopefully very little is showing. The same thing with the other light source, maybe a tad bit, but still insignificant. very small, very let me okay, turn off the light and use the spot light, and you can see, you know, the paint is okay. And there's nothing really visible to polish away, so I'm gonna do like I did before, 2 section passes, 2 or 3, as long as the polish will give me. And this polish you can work all night long, not in a sexual way, of course. Okay, so again, I dabbed it in R&R speed 6 in a bucket, so it removed most of the water. And that should be enough. I'll give that one more. Okay, half a squirt. That's enough. That is the path covered in hyper polish. Have to move away to actually see the polish where I'm polishing. The light will help me. Okay, that's it. One thing with Harper Polish that you really need is actually a microfiber, a dampened microfiber, dampened in R&R. It's a fairly oily polish, and this is the best way to remove it. Best thing, if you do it like this, it's very easy to remove. Some people have issues removing it when they removed it with a soft or a dry microfiber. If you have to use a dampened microfiber, that's the way to do it. That's the way to dry hyper polish. Okay, I think I've done it. That's the polishing part. Now by here I think I can still see some swirls left on the middle section where I used polyseal. The right side seems okay. I think there's still some swirls on this part. There definitely are here. So I'm gonna have to repair the middle section. Okay, let me drive back. Okay, I think this part is okay. The sun is showing and it's hiding, but if I'm having a real hard time noticing anything, then this paint is okay in my eyes. I think there's still a bit left polish residue on this part, so I'll have to remove that. And yeah, there's still some swirls up in here, some very light swirls, but nothing too dramatic. So that's it. I'm gonna write a conclusion, and I'll let you decide if you think the rinseless washes, are safe or not. Okay, this has been a long-term test, long-term rinseless washing test. I hope you enjoyed following this. I hope that some of you realize that rinseless washing is not damaging to the paint, and the most, if done correctly, of course, you really have to, like I said, if you're using ONR, you have to wait till the polish I'm so sorry, till the ONR or the paint starts beading. That's an indicator that most of the dirt has been lifted off the paint, and that's when you can remove it. Similar or same goes with all the other rinseless washes. They're not all the same, they're not all equal. The ones that I used are different in chemistry, different in use, different in gloss, different in finish, so you really have to know your cleaner, know how to use it, and I think you'll be fine. Okay, like I said, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, fire away, ask me, but till next time, or till a similar test, I wish you had fun like I did. Goodbye.